Fruit trees. Have you ever tasted fruit picked fresh from a tree? Do you have a favourite fruit tree? Can you picture a landscape with an orchard? Listen to these tales to find out more.
Okay, so my chosen or favourite trees, if you like, would be apple tree. And the reason for that is that in the house that I was brought up in by my parents, we had a row of apple trees in the garden. And historically, it emerged that that was because the whole area was previously built on like an apple orchard. So all the gardens on my late father's road and his neighbours, we all had a row of apple trees. That was just common to the area. So when I was young, we climbed, we played in the apple trees all the time, and of course we took the fruit from the trees. And then my mother, she would utilise that for cooking all the time. So we were constantly sort of having crumbles and pies, and that was very much a part of our lives as youngsters. Now, by some irony, where I live now, we moved in, and then we realised that we had an apple tree, just one, and it emerged that the previous occupants had planted that tree. And when we've lived there for a couple of years now, 3 years now, and the first few years we had quite an abundant fruit produce from the tree. But then sadly each year that produce, that yield from that tree was going down. And we have a gentleman that comes to the farm here, Rob the fruit he's known as. And I spoke to him about it, and he said, has the tree ever been pruned? And we said, we don't think so. And he said, you haven't pruned it? And we said, we haven't done anything with it, as we had no idea how to do it. So he came to the farm last week and did a fruit pruning class. And now we are armed, we have the knowledge as to how to prune the tree, and its apple trees are pruned in January, so we're waiting patiently. And then he assures us that we will see our yield of fruit increase again.
The things that I've enjoyed about growing fruit in the garden are the fact that it's available to you at any time, especially in the morning when you get up, you get a bowl of cereal, and you think, oh, what do I like that? Oh, I'd like an apple. So you go into the garden, look around, see which the ones which seem to be the ripest for the time, pick that, take it off the apple tree, come into the kitchen, chop it up, cut it in small parts, and add it to your cereal. At the same time, during the early summer, I grew a number of strawberry bushes, and to have fresh strawberries also outside the front back door, where I could take those, remove them from the plant, cut them up again, and add them to the cereal with a drop of cream, was nothing more than a delight that you really couldn't get from the supermarket or anywhere else.
One of my favorite tree is the fig tree. It's my childhood memories. It brings back lots of joy. The fig trees in the south of France, they grow everywhere. They're quite wild. And there was a time of the season around September when we used to just go out with our carrier bags and just go and pick figs. Love the taste of figs. And now, we can't get them in England. It's seasonal, obviously. And then when we can get them, they're really expensive. When I used to pick them for free, so they're quite expensive. But recently, the past 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I bought a fig tree, thinking, okay, just to let it grow in the front of my garden, just to see, will it fruit? Will it do anything? And amazingly, it started producing fruit. And it just brings back really tears to my eyes, because the taste of the figs just brings back a flood of memories, really joyful memories as a child, going into the fields, picking the figs, and just sitting by the rivers and just eating the figs. Also, we were quite naughty kids as well, so we used to go and try and find the best trees, and a lot of the times the best trees were in farms. They used to grow them, and we used to sneak into the farms. Maybe it's naughty, but kids are kids. We were kids. We didn't know any better. In fact, we didn't know any better because it's quite dangerous, because The one time we went into the tree, into one of the. Well, I don't even know if it was a farm, but it was a house with, big place with a nice, beautiful tree, quite tempting. And we started picking, and he saw us, and he came out shouting, and he had a gun. Sounds terrible, isn't it? But it's your children. You don't realize. We just ran anyway. Never went back there. But these are the things, the memories that we used to. Yeah, I just remember, and having this fig tree outside my house, it just brings back lots of memories. So this is why I love fig trees.